Well, thank you for volunteering for the garden tour this year. This is your virtual training since you weren't able to come on Saturday. So thanks again. We've shared the staffing schedule. We had a couple of openings, but we had a couple of people step up. So we have a complete schedule. Here it is. And I will be sharing the most recent version with you in the email that I send you with the link to this. So hopefully you already know where you're going to be. I don't think anybody that's here is going anyplace new. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the staffing, what's in the staffing instructions, which I also said earlier, but we'll send also again with this email. And I will also leave a copy at each table so that you have that information. But the table supplies are going to be in one of these bags. It may not be a Trader Joe's, maybe something else, but everything that you need is in it. So we've got money bags, the cash, and there's a cash counting worksheet in there. So this is our money bag. It's going to have the name of the garden that you're at on there. And this is the cash counting worksheet. And there will be $60 in there. Bruce will have taken care of that. And he will have signed for that. What we are asking at the morning shift to do to just take a look at that, make sure that's what it is, and to initial that that's what they had in there. At the end of your shift, what you're going to do is you're going to count the money and you're going to add the number of bills of each type in there so that we know how much money was taken in the morning. If you got any checks, and sometimes people write them, there's a place over here to write down the number and the amount of the check. We would really appreciate it if you would do that. You'll see it here. It's pretty straightforward. And once you have counted all that, you and your partner will sign at the bottom, and that will, of course, be the amount that the second shift will be starting with. All right, so that's the money bag. So in here is all of the stuff you're going to need. There will be a tally sheet, and it's going to be there by hour. We would really like you to try and keep count of how many people visit your garden in the different hours. We will have registration lists for both the people who have registered and also our members, because they get in free. And so you'll need to check those people in. And this year we have some green wristbands that we're going to be using so that once they have checked in at one of the gardens, and attendees can go at any garden they want, you put on one of these green wristbands, kind of like you're going to a concert, and then when they go to their second one, they can just flash you their green worksheet. You can tally them in and off they go, and you don't even have to talk to them if you don't want to. Okay, so we have green wristbands. There'll be tape and pens in there for people to write names on the raffle tickets. We, of course, will have raffle tickets in the bag. And there is also going to be, there may not be a silent auction item, but if there is, there will be a bid sheet on the clipboard with that. Keep a pen by that as well. There's paper copies of the maps, the descriptions of the gardens, and the tour surveys, and also Village of the Falls and Village Northwest brochures. But we have kind of a limited quantity, but we have also for the table some QR codes so people can use their smartphone or their tablet and they can get those things on their phones. All right, so we have them for the maps and such. We also have them for purchasing tickets, both tickets for the to get into the gardens so they can use their credit card. You can't take the credit card, but if they do it on the phone, it goes to our Square account. And a lot of people have their credit cards attached to their phones, and they can then pay for them there. They would then just flash you the receipt to let them know that they've paid. Of course, we take cash and checks too, as that always works. But we're using the QR codes to try to reduce the amount of paper that we're using as well. And again, the table stands, there will be a table stand, again, for the ticket, and we're trying to make it easy for people to spend their money buying raffle tickets and such. But again, cash and checks are still good. All right, so that we've got all of those things and all of the paper in there. So that's what's going to be in there. There's also a tablecloth and other things. So, and this is just a kind of a quick visual of all of the different kind of paper items that we have in the bag. All right. But again, paper copies of things like maps and descriptions are limited. You can let people take pictures of them that would help make the paper last a little longer as well. So anyway, so there it is. We're trying to go paperless. All right. So now if you're on the morning crew, then you get to come up first. Please be there by 9:30. That way you can get the table all set up and ready to go by the time people show up at 10. We haven't, they're going to arrive around 10. And then, so the money bag, you want to get that out, check, make sure you got the money, do a little initial check. You're going to cover, we've got a tablecloth in the bag as well. Tablecloth, and we have the little cans that the raffle tickets go in for the raffle items. And of course, there will be pens. Remember, they need to put their name and their phone number on there so we can contact them if they're the lucky winner. And tape, of course, to put things where you need to go. All right. So get everything all set out there, all the paper copies, and then of course the QR codes and that you can show people so that they can use those. So that's what the morning crew gets to do. Set it all up, take it all in the bag and arrange it nicely. We know you can do this. All right. So the PM people, again, money bag again. You'll need to count the money, fill out the sheet, the cash counting worksheet, and sign it when you're done, and you'll put it back in the bag when you're done. The raffle and silent auction items, you at 4 o'clock, you need to pick somebody out of the can and call them and let them know. If they can't get there by 4:30, it's going to be picked up and taken to Cheryl Hall's place afterwards. Any silent auction item, all the silent auction items will also be taken there unless that person is right there at 4 before you leave and can give you the money in cash by cash or check. Just make sure that you do that. And we'll then leave everything and someone's going to come pick everything up eventually. All right. So and you can leave everything with the gardener if you need to take off. And again, someone from the Garden Tour team is going to come pick that stuff up. So you're going to place all our table supplies back in the bag. And then those of you in the afternoon, please encourage people to submit a survey so we can find out how it went and if they have any ideas for us to make it even better, or if they have somebody that they know of in the neighborhood who might be a really good option for next year's garden. Please do that. We do have a QR code so that people can fill it out online. It's a lot easier for us to collate and look at the data a little more effectively otherwise, without having to worry about trying to decipher handwriting, which has been a good skill that I have being a high school science teacher for such a long time. All right, so that's the afternoon people. All right, so now everybody's there. As people are arriving, and again, we have told them they can start at any garden they want. You need to check that they've paid for a tour ticket, and they can do that in lots of different ways. You can check their name on the registration list. That's one way to do it. You can also they can show you on their phone the email that they got. We also have paper tickets, and I'm trying to find it. Oh, here they are. We do have a paper ticket that they may show you. Looks like this. We found, however, that there is an incorrect address on one of them, and there will be a sign in your bag to correct that if they need. And this is something that you can have people take a picture of if they just need the addresses. All right. So check the registration list, they check for a paper ticket, check their email. If they are paying for it right there, once they give you the cash, then you can give them a green wristband. If they are paying by our Square account, there's a little picture of what that receipt is going to look like. Just have them flash that at you, show that they paid, and then give them their green wristbands, and off into the garden they go. All right. And again, don't forget to try to tally them in as we go, because again, we're trying to count how many people show up. It's going to help us for staffing as well. All right, so lots of different ways that you can check people in. If they need to purchase a ticket from you, cash, check, or the square code, one of those things. All right. So throughout the day, please count the number of people. Again, try to remind us to count the number of people who are visiting. You have a tally sheet. You can just put a little tick mark. And then just monitor the silent and auction and raffle. Just make sure people put their name and their phone numbers in a way that we can read it, and then put them in their appropriate place. Again, the silent auction winners, if they're the winner, they're going to be contacted at the end of the tour. It's cash or check only, and the pickup location will be at Cheryl's house at 1900 South Central Point Road, unless they are like right there before you leave, and they can hand you a check or cash for that thing, and then you can hand it right to them. Just let us know, and you can put it into you're going to take the silent auction paper, and you'll just wrap that money in there and leave it and put it in the money bag with the rest of the cash. All right, so let's see, again, we're just a reminder to table stands for the QR codes for all of the paper items that we have. Just please try to encourage the use of electronic files. If you start running out and you think you're going to need more, just please text me. Again, my phone number, I'll email that in the email that I send you a little bit later. Okay, again, prior to the tour, there's my contact information, or there's my phone number. You can write that down. You can call or text. The day of, it would be much easier for you to text me and then tell me exactly what you need and where you are. That would be really helpful. All right. And again, I want to thank you so much for helping us out at the garden tour. And don't forget about the after tour and celebration, which is going to be on the 23rd at 2:30 at Cheryl Hall's house on Central Point Road. Okay. So thanks again, and we will see you on Saturday. It's here.